Hello everybody, and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. So last time we had a bit of an unexpected visit from the assassins. Definitely cool faction there that's just like willing to kill for me, and I'm all for it. And that's probably where we're going to be spending most of our time today, is with our new party member, which is fine. But we also have these other places here on our ship that we can now go to, which should be cool to explore the actual ship before we get back to the actual insanity that is the actual map there, which is insane in its own right. So let's go ahead and jump right in here and say hello. Ew. Excuse you. Can you not do that just all over my ship? That's very unsanitary, actually. All right, Kibellah, what do you got to say?
Domin.
Bella puts away her dagger she has been using to reopen her freshly closed wounds. Yeah, I saw that. Very cool. I would like to know more about the sacred mysteries of the death cult. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought, okay, never mind. I thought it said caressing her scars, covering her skin, and I was like, ugh. Tell me about yourself. Gesture at the scars covering your skin. You torture your own flesh. What is the meaning behind this ritual? Did you ever meet Theodora von Valencia? You always address me as Domin. What does that word mean? If the Undying One whispers my name, will you carry out his will? Ooh, that's a loaded question, brother. Oof. I don't even know if I want to touch on that, but I will if I have to. Tell me about the Emperor's Tarot. I no longer want you in my revenue. I must take my leave. So, tell me about... oh, God. Tell me more about the death cult.
The Vizier taught us that there are many like us throughout the Imperium who spill blood in his name. Death cultists, as they call us. He said that no two death cults are the same, just as there are no two identical stars in the void. I will tell you about the blood-spun web, but I cannot speak on behalf of all death cults.
Oh, fuck. This opened up a whole tree, huh? So what is the cult's purpose? Obviously, you're here to kill.
The blood-spun web holds the bays of the flagship together with the threads of its faith. Such is our service to the Domini of the von Valancius line. The Undying One commanded the Domini to embark on a ship and sail the void's expanse. And thus, it became our duty to protect your dynasty and the Ark that became its home. This great relic of blood and adamantine.
So... is the blood-spun web specifically just on my ship? Like, that's their whole deal? Is that they're just basically routing traders and all that bullshit just on my ship? They don't go anywhere or do anything? Like, I can't send them out?
Some loathe and fear us. They call us murderers and reapers. Others call us dancers of death, who send the souls of the dead on their way. Both are right. Both are wrong. We are servants of the Undying Emperor. When he whispers that the time has come for a righteous martyr's soul to be laid in his blessed hands, we come to claim it. When he whispers that the wicked must know of his wrath, we come to reap. This is how we maintain order on the ship, unseen and guided by death's will.
Very creepy, very unusual. The fact that she said a righteous martyr makes me think that she will kill me if they tell her to. Which might become a thing. But what if I romance her, baby? I'm just kidding. I mean, Gothbay's pretty good choice there. But we'll stay open. Oh my god, I didn't know I could look at Wilbur's portrait at any time. God, look at the man. Oh, he's so righteous. Anyway, let me see here. So you hear a whisper in your mind telling you to kill someone and you obey. Have you ever considered that these whispers could be a deception orchestrated by minions of the arch enemy? How do you know? How do you know you've never made a mistake? How can you be so sure you have never wrongly robbed one of your victims of their life? Be it as it may, your thirst for blood is troubling. Let's speak of something else. How do you know you've never made a mistake?
We are carried along by a current of blood in the great river of fate. Life is not given or taken away by chance. If I see an enemy of humanity, my blade will sever the thread of their existence. I will not wait for a sign of his divine bidding. I am his will, and I do what must be done.
Okay, so she's basically saying, you know, hey, I kill bad people when I see them, brother. I call it like it is. So she doesn't necessarily have to wait for the okay from the whispers in her head. But let's see if they have considered it to be of the warp.
Death's whisper is unmistakable. It is not like the murmur of stars or the hiss of corruption. It is truthful, pure, unyielding. Only the most eminent of us, the high spinners, can hear the whisper of the undying one and give voice to his will. They must hone their senses and temper their body and soul for years before his call can reach them. If it puts you more at ease, you can think of these whispers as his providence.
Yeah, no, that doesn't do it for me, lady. Yeah, that's not, oof. I'm not gonna tell her that her thirst for blood is troubling, because that's kind of like her whole shtick, and I kind of don't want to challenge that. On the other hand, she does seem to be like the definition of I can fix her. Like you know, hey, she's a baddie, I can fix her. Let's not do that for now, though. Speak of something else. How long has the Bloodspun web been in existence?
Spinners carved the chronicles of our history on the stones of our temple long ago. But fate and time have erased our past, just as an exploding star erases a part of the galaxy from existence.
I will say she talks very slow, which is odd. What are the responsibilities of the Vizier?
It is the Vizier's duty to watch over the flock, to lead those who want to learn more of the Undying One, but are fearful of death, and guide those who seek answers in death, but do not know how to live. The Vizier protects all, those who do not know we exist, those who are grateful for our service, and even those who hate us. The Vizier sees what is to come, remembers the past, and accepts the present. They spin a web of faith and blood so strong that no enemy may sunder it. This is the Visier's burden. This is the legacy of the matriarch spider.
Okay, I'll be totally real with you. I kind of zoned out there for a second. That was... He's in charge. Very cool. They're in charge. I don't know if he... Anyway, who's the matriarch spider?
It is said that she was one of many, born in the void, the Domin's subject. She honored death instead of life, and for this, she was persecuted. It is said that when the arch-enemy's forces invaded the flagship during a warp jump, she gathered the Undying One's servants around her and saved the ship from ruin. Together, they spun the first threads of the web to ensure that such devastation would never happen again. It is said that she was strong and indomitable, but as the years passed, her heart became as stone, and thus the Undying One whispered her name to the one who would become the first Vizier of the blood-spun web.
Ah. Okay. So they just killed their leader because... Yeah. Okay. Epic. Cool. Interesting. My next question is... It says here... She said that they spun the first threads of the web. I wonder if the web is like a physical thing. Because that kind of reminds me of, God, what was, Wanted? The Loom of Fate or whatever, where they were like just making a blanket and it told them to kill people? That was sick. Y'all remember that movie? Awesome. Anyway, why do you call yourself spinners?
Through blood, sweat, tears, and the strength of their convictions, the servants of the Undying One spin the souls of your subjects into threads of balance. This is why we refer to ourselves as spinners. Those who are newly committed to the blood-spun web are called lesser spinners. If they are faithful in their service to him, they may eventually become spinners. The most devout of us all are known as the High Spinners, of whom there are 7, each bearing a unique title. The Vizier, the first spinner, leads the cult. I, Kibellah, am the second spinner. The third spinner's name is Io, and there are 4 more.
Okay, are we gonna meet them at any time? Because that really sounded like like what they do in like shonen anime, where they show all the bad guys and all their numbers and everything. But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a rank, I guess. And then it's funny that it's only like 3 levels, pretty much. Just funny. You say God Emperor is death. There are some who might find the comparison blasphemous. Blasphemous.
The Undying One is death itself. We serve him, and thus we serve death. This is not a comparison, attribution, or preference. It is the truth, and nothing can change it.
Interesting, interesting. Can you teach me more about the tenets of the blood-spun web?
The tenets are knowledge, an art that is passed down from one generation of the blood-spun web to the next. Even so, there are spinners who will never fully comprehend this knowledge in the time allotted to them by the Undying One. The tenets dictate how one follows the thread of life, but they are also the thread itself, from first breath to last. The tenets cannot be taught, They must be lived. Only then will you understand.
Yep, that's definitely some cult speak, for sure. You set aside my curiosity for now. Oh, fuck, we still have so much. Okay, tell me about yourself, girl.
I am the second spinner of the blood-spun web. A spear in the hand of the undying Emperor. I am your shield and shadow. Your blade.
Okay, but I'm kind of like asking, you know, like, where'd you get your makeup done, girl? Like, where'd you get those nails done? Who did your hair? You know? Oof. Slay, queen. Where we at? Awareness? -15. Oh. I don't have any of my party members here to give me their stats. Yikes. Didn't think that through, eh? -15, you fucking kidding me? I have a 15% chance to fucking do this. How sussant? Do you dislike talking about yourself? Fucking send it.
The tenets compel us to let our deeds speak on our behalf. There is no one in the cult who does not know me. So I have grown accustomed to taciturnity in matters regarding myself. Ask, and I will try to give you an answer that will satisfy your thirst for knowledge.
Taciturnity? Jesus. The fuck is that word? Tell me about your past.
I remember nothing of my childhood.
Sick.
The Vizier says this is because of my training and the injuries I received in battle. He told me it is the fate of all high spinners. The only memories I have are of the blood-spun web and the brothers and sisters who serve the cult alongside me.
Yeah, it's also the fate of pretty much every NFL player. You know, head trauma is a thing. What was it like growing up in a cult? What do you remember?
When we were young, we would sew our eyes shut
Okay.
and wander through the bays for months at a time.
Fun.
Starving, surviving, dying. This trial of darkness honed the senses of those who passed it. We were elated, for we knew we were blessed by him. When we grew older, we learned to wield our weapons, and our mentors tested us with pain, poison, and the weight of deceitful words. In time, our bodies no longer felt pain. Our blood became resistant to toxins, and our focus could not be shaken. We were at peace, for we had shed everything that could encumber our faithful service to him.
That is insane. Holy shit. That is fucked. Okay. Cool. Not only are you scary, you're a badass. Which, I mean, I assumed already, but Jesus Christ.
When we came of age, we faced a great trial.
Of course you did.
A year-long vigil spent in unceasing prayer to the Undying One.
Fuck.
When hunger and other base sensations faded away, we attained true comprehension of ourselves and our place in the world. Our place between life and death. We were proud, for on that day, he truly accepted us, and we accepted him.
I have so many questions. Did you pee? Anyway, no. I didn't look at it earlier, but I'm pretty sure by now that she's probably dogmatic as fuck, like in terms of moral stats. It must have been difficult to go through all that as a child. I can see now why the cults are the best assassins. Why you are the best assassin in the cult. The cost was worth it. It is awful. No one should be subjugated to that torture. I see, said the blind man. Fuck. I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'll empathize? But she doesn't care. She doesn't want empathy. She wants me to praise her and tell her it was worth it. Surely she doesn't want me to say, that's fucked. We'll praise her.
Those who devote themselves to the service of the Undying One must be prepared to pay any price. Emotions, blood, life, death, memory. We all must lose what we hold most dear to become a spear in his hand. Some may lose everything, but they will also gain everything.
I think it'd be really cool if she was not a romance option. Like, she was just straight up, nah, homie, I'm here to fuck shit up and chew bubblegum, or whatever the line is. Your parents, your family, you never mentioned them. Of course she didn't, dumbass. She was clearly like an orphan or something, or like they just give their children away to him. Let's find out.
When we join the cult, we relinquish our past. The blood-spun web becomes our new family.
It's a cult.
I have seen the pain, terror, and doubt in the eyes of those who hear the Undying One whisper the names of their kin. For some, the blessing of oblivion is a gift not unlike death.
Don't know what that means. Didn't get that last line, but do you not wish to know what became of your family? Clearly she doesn't, or else she wouldn't be the highest, like, second in charge of the cult. You may not remember your real family, but are you truly so unconcerned by deaths of your fellow cultists? That's low. That's kind of low. I presume you have no friends either. I understand you better now. Let's have her ask about the fellow cultists.
It brings me comfort when my brothers and sisters cross to the other side.
Okay, cool.
The Undying One has called them to his side, so they can serve him in ways we cannot.
Epic. Very cool. I don't think I'm going to ask these two questions. Because she clearly is not going to give a shit about her family. Well, maybe that's like, you know, the twist. We'll see.
No.
Never mind. So... Oh, fuck. The answer escapes Kibellah's lips before she can give it any thought. Upon realizing this, she produces a small blade seemingly out of nowhere and begins to sharpen it with pointed nonchalance. Huh. Okay. You got no friends, honey?
Attachment makes us weak.
Yeah, I figured.
The weak meet their demise prematurely.
Typical cult behavior.
But such death does not please the Undying One. For a soul must not be claimed before their time has come. It is true that spinners occasionally cross paths with those outside the cult. But such paths always diverge in the end. We may walk the same road together, but we are nothing more than temporary traveling companions. It is similar for those of your retinue. Our threads may intertwine for a time, but all will go their separate ways, as is inevitable.
Okay, well, you didn't have to bring that up, you know. That's cool.
But not you and I, Domin. Our threads cannot be unwoven, and only the Undying One will end my service to you.
Ooh. Cool.
Know your enemy and prevail in battle. Know your ally and prevail in war.
Sun Tzu. I don't know. You truly feel no pain at all?
You can see for yourself.
Oh, fuck me. Kibellah removes a small leather pouch from her belt and opens it, revealing several instruments of torture. Tormenting yourself almost seems to give you pleasure. Okay. Very well, let us see how impervious to pain you really are. I will not torture you. What are those?
Tools for tempering the flesh. If a spinner neglects this practice for too long, their body will weaken and their sensitivity to pain might return. If it does, they will feel the overwhelming agony of every wound they have ever endured and go mad with torment before the Undying Emperor whispers their name.
Epic. No, I'm not going to torture you. Wilbur doesn't seem like the type of man. He definitely seems like the type of man that would have someone do that for him. So I won't do it, but by all means, go ahead and do it yourself.
You honor me by taking me at my word.
That works too. Absolutely. Your fighting style is unique. Do you think it is something I can learn? Ooh. It's going to be a hard no, but also interesting.
Your body will fail you, Domin.
Okay, you don't have to say I'm fat.
Break. Your tendons will snap. Your heart will stop. Our rituals of self-perfection are unending. They demand absolute dedication and decades of special training. However, if you devote the next 30 years of your life to its study, you might be able to learn the basics.
Well, fuck that. I got other shit to do. Thank you for sharing.
It is not difficult to speak the truth.
Yeah, but it does have consequences. Gesture at the scars. You touch your own flesh. What is the meaning of this ritual?
Torture?
Oh, okay.
I bear the sacred marks of the Undying One's service. Death has bestowed them upon me. Though others may cherish hollow riches or meaningless beauty, it is my duty to cherish his gift of blood. Each wound is a symbol of our service to him. Each drop of blood carries his blessing. To renounce these scars is to renounce the Undying One himself.
Sure, babe.
Death whispers to me, you are worthy of bearing his marks. Tell me, Domin, do you wish to honor your flesh with his gifts?
Oh. You notice several officers exchanging worried glances as they eye the blade in Kibellah's hand. I presume the procedure is not painless? Absolutely not. Put your dagger away. It would be an honor to bear the mark of the Undying One. Or heretical. Carve a nefarious symbol into your skin. I will do it myself. Nah, put the dagger away, honey.
A boon
Sweetheart.
cannot be given to one who is not ready to receive it.
Thank God she didn't push on that, because I did not want that. Did you ever meet Theodora von Valancius?
I met her once when I was young. The Vizier saw a serpent hiding among those close to Domin Theodora, ready to sink its fangs into her throat. I was ordered to find the serpent and sever the soul from its body. I watched and waited for weeks. I hid among the shadows, the air ducts and the faceless masses. Once I found the serpent, I sliced off its head and returned to the temple. I doubt that Domin Theodora ever saw me, but the 3 ritual cuts I left behind on the body let her know that this death was pleasing to him. They sent us a grand feast from the upper decks before the cycle's end. We gave it to the hungry.
Aww. What the fuck is that, dude? They're charitable. Look at that. That's so nice. Yeah, so why not Conrad? Or whatever the fuck his name is. Voidiger? Why not that dude? Huh? Where's that option, huh? Yeah, bitch. You always address me as Domin. What does the word mean?
The Gothic we use to communicate is
they speak in
different to
Gothic.
that spoken on the upper decks. Domin has many meanings. Giver of life,
Gross.
Lord or Lady of the Ark,
Checks
and
out.
shadowless sun.
Weird.
The matriarch Spider gave this title to the rogue trader who allowed her to form the blood-spun web. We use other titles as well. For example, Venai means Master of the Immaterium or Watcher of the Veil. Vil means one who must go to the other side.
Uh-oh.
Amic means one you can trust in battle.
Okay. Cool. Interesting. Amic. If we just put an O right there, Amico. Amigo. Anyway, the Undying whispers my name will you carry out as will.
Lords and wretches are equal before death. If such is the Undying One's will,
Yeah.
I will
cool.
guide you to him, Domin.
Figures. Figures. Tell me about the tarot.
I use blood to read his sacred cards and hear the whisper of the Undying One. His tarot is not an answer, but a question I ask of the universe. And the universe answers with questions of its own. In this sacred communion, I perceive hundreds of possible outcomes. They are all true, and yet they are only visions. I know what will come to pass, and yet I do not.
Epic. I did pass this. Very cool. Oh, okay. So Jay gives me her fucking stats, but I can't have anyone else's. Okay. Awesome. What the fuck? Is that because... No, because Argenta's in my party, right? Or did I take her out? Do I have anyone with awareness? Anyway, I don't know. How did you come to have the deck of cards? How many cards are in your deck? We're definitely doing this one. Can you give me a reading? Let's speak about something else. So the Emperor's Tarot is usually read by sanctioned psychers.
I am the spear of his retribution, not a witch or a sorcerer or a soothsayer. I have no strange powers, but I do bear his blessing. I do not command the veil. I am guided by his whisper and led by my faith, by the tenets. Please, do not mistake me for something I am not.
Okay, didn't realize it was going to be such a nerve. Oh, here we go. Also succeeded. See, Adira's giving me... But Adira has high... Doesn't Adira have high awareness? I am so confused. You occasionally feel a shiver run down your spine or detect faint sparks in the air when you are standing next to Kibellah. It seems her power only manifested when she is practicing divination or in moments of pious exultation. Kibellah herself does not seem to be aware of her gift. Well, she is a psyker, technically. That's cool. That's an interesting little tidbit. So how did you come to have them?
It is a holy relic that has been passed down from generation to generation. Only the first and second spinners are allowed to study the sacred cards and interpret their meaning. We use his tarot to guide the cult and discern the tangled threads of fate.
Cool. How many cards are in the deck?
34. There used to be more, but some have perished in the darkness of time. Their loss is a great tragedy for the blood-spun web.
Huh. That's an odd bit of building there, world building. Can you give me a reading?
Ask the cards, Domin, and I will listen.
Bella carefully takes out her Imperial Tarot cards. She has them on her. Oh, that's crazy. Actually, like I thought they would have been in the chapel or whatever where they study or whatever. A black blade flashes before your eyes and blood drips from her palm onto the card. She closes her eyes and listens. What does my future hold for me? She draws 4 cards from the deck and lays them face down before you.
The first card is the young warrior. It suggests inexperience, a path of becoming. The second card is the shattered world inverted. The path will have twists, turns, and thorns, but you will gather allies along the way and find what was lost.
Yeah, I mean, she knows it's a video game, right? That's pretty standard, typical stuff.
The third, the hound inverted. Someone has marked you as their prey and is chasing you through a field of traps. The lost child. You will leap into one of those traps of your own free will and place your trust in someone truly desperate.
Okay, that's a little more specific. Yeah, I mean, the hound, obviously that's Conrad, I'm sure. Unless it's not. Plot twist. And then the lost child. Leap into one of those traps of your own free will and place your trust in someone who's truly desperate. Oh no. And place your trust in someone truly desperate. So, am I truly desperate or are they truly desperate? I don't know. That's an odd one. I have no more questions. Nod slightly. Very cool, very cool. Let's talk about something else. And actually, there's nothing else I want to talk about.
May the Undying One shroud your footsteps from the faithless.
That's a cool line. So I do want to, I know this is way too late in the video to be mentioning this, but they did just have their big, I turned on my computer today and it was just like 17 gig update. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? But, apparently they added a ton of shit, like more voice lines. And, my favorite one that I saw was these stratagems, the front line and everything. Front line, back line, and rear. You can rotate them now. Oh, that's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted.
I'll pass.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So they uploaded a ton of shit, and I think that's why pretty much all of that was voice acted. But I don't know. I don't know what specifically they did change. They said they changed a lot of like the character models and stuff to accurately portray their portraits more and stuff like that. But I'm not too sure on the specifics because I'm playing this completely blind. So I will never know, pretty much. But now that we're done talking to her, this episode's going to go a little long because now I want to check out her skills here. So we did kind of, wait, what? Oh, no dodge penalty? That wasn't there before. Okay. The wearer has 10 or more stacks of Blood Blessed. That's probably a unique thing to her Blood Dancer or whatever. So Spinner's Blade is only 8 to 10. Not very good, in my opinion. Maybe we should be lower level for this? Or maybe her stats, because she's only level 4, like this will upgrade. Okay, well in that case, let's, before we equipped her with anything, let's rank up here. So we are gonna go ahead and look at this Blade Dancer class, very unique for her. Blade Dancer. Blade Dancers are swift and deadly masters of the sword, specializing in delivering flurries of rapid strikes, able to sacrifice a part of their health to enhance their close combat abilities. Oh shit. Dark Knight style, I guess. Blade Dancers prefer to avoid enemy attacks either by parrying, dodging, or quickly riposting before the enemy counterattack. They even have the ability to parry ranged attacks. Core focus, melee, swords, movement, dodge, parry. Oh, shit. That's awesome. What is her parry chance? Her dodge is 80% and her parry 60? That's still really good. That's insane, actually. Okay, holy shit. We got a ton to look at here. So, Blade Dance. The Blade Dancer makes 3 melee attacks against random targets, including allies adjacent to the Blade Dancer, each dealing 50% of their normal damage. Blade Dance is a melee burst attack that does not count towards the attack limit per turn. This ability can only be used with a sword equipped. If 2 swords are equipped, the Blade Dancer makes 2 attacks with each one. So technically 4. So technically better? So we want her dual wielding, is what I'm getting at. Let's see here. Her Medicaid. Okay. Good. It's at 50. Very good. She has to be to, you know, be able to do what she does. Death from above. The Blade Dancer leaps into the air and lands on a selected cell. Upon landing, they deal 9 damage to all adjacent enemies. This leap can be made to any unoccupied cell within a 3-cell radius in the Blade Dancer's line of sight. Holy shit. Wait. So, I'm a little confused there. It says in her line of sight, but that doesn't include her entire line of sight, does it? It's only a 3-cell radius? Like, she can only move 3 cells away with this jump? I don't know. We'll see in combat. But, okay. This leap can be made... Oh, I already read that. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. I'd assume so. The Blade Dancer cannot jump to a cell that is inaccessible in combat. Okay. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but each use requires a charge to be spent. The Blade Dancer gains +1 charge of this ability each time they kill a target, excluding kills made with Death from above. This ability can only be used with a sword equipped. But does that mean I can't have a gun on her at all? Or does she just need a sword to do it? Interesting. Okay, what is Death Waltz? Blade Dancer uses Death from above against a target enemy without spending a charge, immediately making a melee attack against that enemy. Blade Dancer repeats this combination up to 3 times against random available targets. If it is impossible to use Death from above, the Blade Dancer only makes a melee attack against a random available target. Can be seen can be the same enemy. Okay, this is very... Like, we don't want anyone around her on our team. We want her by herself, fucking shit up in the back, pretty much. That's so weird. In Footsteps of Death, every time an enemy is killed by the Blade Dancer's allies, the number of MP on the Blade Dancer's next turn is increased by 2. Oh. So the more I kill, the more she gets. Oh, but it's only movement points. I'm thinking MP like fucking magic points. No, that's stupid. I mean, that's good. That's fine. It's just not as good as I thought it was. Okay. So let's go ahead and see here. These are all basic stuff. Swift movements. Am I crazy, or did these like update these symbols? I feel like they were a lot less cohesive in understanding what they were. So be smart. Anytime an ability or talent uses the fellowship bonus, a Voidborn character can instead use the intelligence bonus if it is higher. Additionally, Voidborn characters can always upgrade intelligence even if their archetype does not allow it. Huh. That's crazy. I think... Are these... Okay, so these are Voidborn specific. These are her specific, I think. So let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Blood Blessed, Death Cult Assassin. Okay. A creature with the Blood Blessed or Blood Stained effect gains +1 stack of this effect whenever raining blood is inflicted against or whenever it starts its turn on a blood-covered cell. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. What is raining blood? Okay, so it's something that she gets. Okay, hold on. Death Cult Assassin next. Single target melee attack splashes blood in a 5-cell cone behind the target. Death Cult Assassin and allies are affected. In the affected area, gain the Blood Blessed effect. Okay, every time an enemy is in the area, including the initial target, suffers from Blood Stained effect. Both effects last up to 2 rounds. Additionally, all cells that are infected in the area are now covered in blood for 2 rounds. Whenever a creature interacts with such a cell, moves there, stands there at the movement when the effect is applied, it receives an additional 1 stack of Blood Blessed or Blood Stained effect accordingly. Additionally, for every 10 wounds the Death Cult Assassin loses throughout the entire combat, each creature affected by Blood Blessed or Blood Stained gains +1 stack of the corresponding effect. Okay, so let's learn about these specifically. Blood Blessed. The creature deals 2% more damage for each stack of Blood Blessed. That's insane, actually. Blood Stain. Oh, the creature suffers 2% more damage from each stack. Oh, that's insane, actually. What the fuck? So... Okay. So this just gives me more of that, essentially. Dance of Blood, the Death Cult Assassin's allies deal +2 agility bonus % more damage to enemies if both the ally and its target stand on blood-covered cells. Okay. Each time the Death Cult Assassin parries or dodges an attack, all enemies with the Bloodstain effect suffer +1 more of the effect. That's cool. Open the Veins. A creature with the Bloodstain or Blood Blast effect gains +1 stack to this effect whenever bleeding, burning, or toxin is inflicted on it. Interesting. A creature with the Blood Blessed or Bloodstained effect gains +1 stack of this effect each time it suffers damage from bleeding, toxic, or burning. So having both of these is a sick combo, especially if we give her something that does bleeding, burning, or toxin. And we also have other things that do those. That could be a sick combo, honestly. But nothing else here, it seems. It will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level rounded up. But is this retroactive? I don't even know. So melee weapon specialist, that'd probably be good for her. The sweep ability of an axe and the shove ability of a hammer or a mace cost 1 less AP, but no less than 1 AP. Oh, very good. Nimble. That'd be good to have on her, definitely. Definitely nimble would be good. I think we're going to take a look here. Bloody Mess. Anytime the Voidborn character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. Awesome. Contagious Luck. Using a non-damaging ability on an ally grants that ally the ability to re-roll any failed attack, parry, or dodge, characteristic, or skill test with a 20% chance of success in 1 round. This chance cannot be greater than the base success chance of the roll. Using a non-damaging ability on an enemy grants a 20% chance to fail successful stuff. Okay. That's interesting. Jinx. While a Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies, in a 3-cell radius are increased by 10%. Okay. While the Voidborn character has less than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including the enemies, in a 3-cell radius are decreased by 10%. Okay, just a flesh wound. Voidborn character has a 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage, surviving with 1 wound. So I think that would be good to have. From what I see, this seems to be a pretty good combo here. This and this, and then the Crimson Tide, definitely, to stack those and get those more. And then this one would also be super good. And then the Nimble. And then I don't know if there's a parry one. Would Strength increase parry chance? I don't even know. Weapon skill would definitely, I believe. Combat Master. No melee superiority bonuses against this character. That. Let me actually, what is this specifically? In melee combat, any target surrounded by more allies than enemies receives a +10 weapon skill bonus for each additional ally. Oh, larger creatures need to be surrounded by more than 2 enemies to provide this advantage to this attacker. Okay, so that would actually be good as well. And in the dual weapon combat, character can attack with a second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual 1 attack per round. This attack suffers a 20% penalty to weapon skill and costs +1 AP. And then the specialist, oh, I can get that. So I need melee weapon specialist and dual weapon combat. An additional attack with the second weapon suffers no penalties and increases the cost of the first attack. Or increased the cost of the first attack. Was either the sweep ability or of an axe or the shove ability of a hammer or mace. Okay. Interesting. Dueling. Ah, there it is. Bonus to parry. Okay, I think... So I think here what we're going to do... We got plenty of chances to get these skills going. So I think for now we're going to do this. Each time parries or dodges an attack, all enemies with the bloodstain effect get 1 more. I think that's pretty good. And then we're going to go weapon skill here. Her agility is really good, but I really want that weapon skill for sure. Yeah. And the strength, I don't know if that... Oh. Oh, hold on. There it is. There it is. There it is. Represents how physically strong a character is. Damage inflicts with melee weapons and allowing them to lift heavier objects. For each point of strength bonus, character deals 5% more damage with one-handed melee weapons and 10% damage with two-handed melee weapons. This also affects the athletics stat. Okay. So is strength the play here? She has very little strength because she is Voidborn. So maybe we just go weapon skill. What does weapon skill affect? Increases their parry and reduces enemy parry chance against melee attacks. It also increases chances of scoring a critical hit in melee combat. Oh, it doesn't even do damage. It's just their parry. It's just their chance to hit. I am so stupid. So we do want strength. We do want strength here because she... That being at 40 isn't bad, but having a strength of 25 is bad. Toughness, she's super tough. That's crazy, actually. So let's go strength here. And then for this one, acrobatic artistry. The Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke opportunities of attacks. If the Blade Dancer uses Death from Above this turn, this movement repeats all uses of that ability in reverse. Holy shit. That's insane, actually. Oath of Vengeance. This ability costs 8 wounds to use. Okay, so there's the sacrificing health thing. Blade Dancer selects an ally. Until the end of combat, their attacks made by the Blade Dancer against enemies who have already attacked that ally gain 15% critical hit chance and 28% critical damage. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, and the bonuses do not stack. But the bonuses do not stack. Then why would you do it multiple times per turn? That's weird. Okay, Veil of Blades. There we go. Oh my god, that's crazy distance. Look at that cone. All creatures within the area of effect within 1 cell radius. Oh, never mind. It's not accurate to the picture then. Okay, so 8 wounds to use. The Blade Dancer faces a side of their choice and immediately ends their turn. Huh. Until the beginning of the Blade Dancer's next turn, they can dodge area of attacks without moving, are immune to all types of force movement. Oh. Gain 20% parry against attacks from that side. Oh, I'm going to have to expand this. Hold on. Here we go. 20% parry against attacks from that side and can now parry attacks made against adjacent allies. Oh. While under the effect of Veil of Blades, the Blade Dancer can even parry ranged attacks, except ranged area attacks made from that side. The chance to parry a ranged attack is calculated as if it were a melee attack, where the attacker's weapon skill is equal to the hit chance of the attack. If the attack is parried in this way, it can be redirected towards one of the enemies on the selected side. The chance of redirection is equal to half of the Blade Dancer's parry chance against this weapon. This ability can only be used with a sword equipped. That's fucking cool. That's where we come in and parry melee or ranged attacks. That's insane. Blood Oath, okay. Another wounds. Blade Dancer targets a single enemy, vowing to dispatch their mark. Blade Dancer's next attack against their selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If this attack kills the target, the Blade Dancer regains 13 wounds and gains 1 AP, along with additional attack this turn. Oh. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants 1 AP... But it grants plus 1 AP and an additional attack only once per round. Okay. So you can get that multiple attacks, but with the AP, but it only does it once. But does it heal every time? Yeah, it does. That's what it's saying. Captive audience. The Blade Dancer's next attack inflicts bleeding 9 on all targets hit. Oh, that's the one, baby. These targets must pass a toughness resistance test with a 20% or a 20 penalty and become immobilized for 1 round. All enemies immobilized by captive audience count as full cover for the Blade Dancer and their allies when adjacent to these enemies. Oh, that's crazy. I can create cover for the enemies and give them bleed stacks? We're definitely doing that. Holy shit. That's sick. Oh, and then here we go. Athletics, demolition, Medicaid. So does the Medicaid... Okay, this skill is affected by the intelligent characteristics. It is essential to detect and cure injuries the character suffered in combat. It also increases the number of wounds restored by medkits and allows the use of higher quality medkits. A high Medicaid value also assists in healing old injuries before they would turn into traumas. Okay, so if I shit, I can't see it. I was thinking for that one that heals me, it does 13 healing. But if I take this, does it heal more? Don't know. That's where the question lies, huh? But right now, I don't think we need anything else, really. I think we're going to take the Medicaid. And then here, we're going to take the strength again. And then here, these are completely different. Why are these completely different? This is a whole other section. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. I thought that was all. Now I got to read all this shit, too? Okay. Definitely going over. Blade in his hand. The Blade Dancer attacks made with a sword deal additional agility bonus damage. This bonus damage is doubled if it's a two-handed sword. So maybe we do want to give her a two-handed sword. No, we want the dual... We want the dual swords for the extra attack. Enemies attacked by the Blade Dancer have their weapon skill, ballistic skill, and perception reduced by 10% of the blade weapon skill bonus until the start of the Blade Dancer's next turn. These penalties do not stack. Death Warden. The Blade Dancer's Medicaid is now determined by weapon skill instead of intelligence. If their weapon skill is higher. Oh. Blade Dancer deals more critical damage and can use medkits as if the Medicaid skill advancement, as if having the Medicaid skill advancement and the corresponding features or talent. That's crazy. Race against death. The Blade Dancer's maximum wounds are increased by whatever her dodge. Rising tempo. Each attack made by the Blade Dancer increases damage of all subsequent attacks they make during this turn by 5%. This effect stacks up to 3 times. Area attacks, burst attacks, including the Blade Dance, and any other attacks that deal multiple hits are considered a single attack. But that Blade Dance, is that... No, I'm thinking of Death from Above. Oh no, this... can only be used with sword equipped, with 2 swords equipped. Wait, what the fuck? Did I read that wrong? Oh, that's this one here. Okay, why is that a completely different... Okay, so I guess that's applying our stats to it instead of telling us the stat breakdown. Okay. Putting allies adjacent to the blade... Okay, yeah. Okay, so that might be good. Oh, but it only counts as a single attack, so it might not be good. Steady hand, the Blade Dancer parries increased by their toughness bonus The attacker's melee critical hit chance bonus determined by the difference between the attacker's and the Blade Dancer's weapon skill characteristic is half. Very interesting. Anticipation needs Veil of Blades. Oh, okay, cool. Blade Dancer's melee area attacks cost -1 AP, but no less than 1 AP. Melee area attacks. Does that include Death from Above? Does that include Blade Dance? Damage to all creatures in the area of effect. Such attacks can be made with melee weapons, so endanger weapon. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That'd be interesting. Okay, and then this is the one that inflicts all the bleeding. Okay. I need anticipation for that. Sweeping motions, the blade. Oh, yeah, I just read that one. What does anticipation do to see if we want to get it with the Veil of Blades? Whenever the Blade Dancer parries a melee attack while under the effect of Veil of Blades, they deal 50% to their normal damage to the attacker. Additionally, while under the effect of Veil of Blades, the Blade Master chances to deflect a ranged attack is increased by 20%. I definitely want that. 100%. Blade Dancer can use both a Desperate Measure and a Heroic Act in the same combat, but not in the same round. Whenever the Blade Dancer uses a Desperate Measure, they gain +10 to weapon skill and +3 resolve. Bless Scars. Whenever the Blade Dancer is healed for the first time in a round, they are healed for an additional tough bonus and gain +10 toughness until the end of combat stacked. Interesting. Blood Bonds. Every ally targeted with Oath of Vengeance gains the same bonuses as the Blade Dancer against all affected enemies. Okay, that kind of makes it crazy. Because if she buffs herself crazy, that double buffs with the other person. Blood Rush. Whenever the Blade Dancer uses an ability that costs wounds, they gain +3 MP in the current turn. That's cool. Bloody Requiem. Whenever the Blade Dancer kills an enemy, the Blade Dancer's resolve is increased by +1 until the end of combat. That's not that good. As long as the Blade Dancer has 2 swords equipped, the Blade Dancer's weapon skill is increased by agility bonus. That's cool. Definitely going to take that probably. Blade Dancer deals an additional weapon skill bonus percentage damage against enemies armed with a melee weapon. Okay. Escape Artist. Whenever the Blade Dancer dodges an attack made by an enemy who attacks them for the first time, the Blade Dancer gains +1 charge of Death from Above. Interesting. Facing the End. Blade Dancer gains +3 weapon skill and +3 agility for every injury they are currently suffering, and +10 weapon skill and +10 agility for every trauma. Okay, feel no pain. Whenever the Blade Dancer uses an ability that costs wounds, they gain half of the wounds spent temporary wounds as temporary wounds. Okay. The number of temporary wounds gained cannot be decreased by the effect that reduces the cost of abilities. Okay. Oh, I do have Captive Audience, so I can do Grand Performance. And then that's the one that gives me all the bleeding. Targets affected by Captive Audience have their armor, dodge, and parry reduced by agility bonus until the end of combat. This penalty is doubled for targets failing the ability's toughness resistance test. Okay, so that could go crazy. But this... Okay, hold on. So it says the Blade Dancer's next attack inflicts 9 bleeding on all targets hit. These targets must pass... Okay. So if I pop that and then do the Death from Above where you're leaping around everywhere, so all of those guys get 9 bleeding. is my understanding. And then that would also have their armor, dodge, and parry reduced. So I think that's the pick. Guillotine. Death from above deals double damage to enemies who have less than 50% wounds. That's pretty good. Footsteps in Death. You already have this feature. Epic. Takes 2. Oh, yeah, it's right there. That's the one where we get movement when our allies kill people. Takes 2. If all the strikes made as part of Blade Dance are directed against the same target, the last strike deals double damage. Okay, and Blade Dance was this one, which is the one where we do a crazy amount of... Okay, so if there's only one person there and we hit them, it does crazy damage. That's cool. Killing Rhythm. Whenever the Blade Dancer kills an enemy with an opportunity attack, the Blade Dancer immediately gains 1 charge of Death from Above. Holy shit, we're almost done here. Pain and Blood. Once the Blade Dancer has killed 4 enemies in total, the next ability, which requires spinning wounds, will cost no wounds and instead restore wounds. That's awesome. I need Blood Oath for that. Restores an additional 1 AP. Shadow Dancer, as long as the Blade Dancer has less than 50% wounds, they gain 12 dodge. Oh, excuse me. And 3 MP. The Blade Dancer also gains 8% dodge and 2 MP if unconscious ally in combat, for every unconscious ally in combat. Okay. Whenever the Blade Dancer uses acrobatic artistry, their dodge and cover efficiency are increased by agility bonus until the end of their turn, of their next turn. This bonus is doubled against all attacks made by enemies during the Blade Dancer's turn, excluding extra turns. Okay, spinning blades. Whenever the Blade Dancer parries an attack, the number of attacks made by the next Blade Dance is increased by 1. This effect stacks up to agility bonus times. Okay. Interesting. And then Unforgiving. After the Blade Dancer loses any number of wounds, their next attack deals 9% more damage. If the loss causes the Blade Dancer to suffer an injury or trauma, the bonus damage increases to 18%. Oh. That's crazy. That's kooky. That's very interesting. But I think for now, we are going to take this one. Each time it suffers damage and each time it happens. I think we want both of these. I'll do the damage one because that's going to be a more than 1 occurrence, whereas this is only a 1 occurrence. So that'll be good here. We got Medicaid, Athletics. Oh, we can't choose Medicaid because we already took Medicaid. Okay, cool. Then I guess we take Athletics. There. And then we can do another one here. And then we'll take the Open the Veins. We're kind of going for a bleed build here. Oh, okay, so Death Walls gives an upgrade here. So Death Walls, what's the original do? The Blade Dancer uses Death from Above against a target enemy without spending the charge, immediately making a melee attack against that enemy. The Blade Dancer repeats this combination up to 3 times against random targets available. If it is impossible to use Death from Above, the Blade Dancer only makes a single melee attack against any random available target. Okay, so let's see what we can make it here. So using Death Walls, the Blade Dancer immediately heals to full. The cost of abilities that cost wounds is reduced by half until the end of combat. That's fucking sick, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. Death Walls also grants the Blade Dancer plus 4 charges of Death from Above until the end of combat. Death from Above deals plus agility bonus damage. Until the end of combat, strikes made by the Blade Dancer include attacks made as part of Death Walls. Reduce enemy weapon skill by a ton. These penalties stack. So that's just a debuff one. So far we got the healing one. We've got a bonus damage one, pretty much. From the death from above, giving us more charges. This one is a debuff one. Upon using Death Wall, after killing an enemy with Blade Dancer, gains plus 3% dodge until the end of combat, stocks up the agility bonus. So I think I'm going to take this one here. Since we're going to be using Death from Above, I think we're going to be using that quite a bit. And then from here, we want creature with that effect whenever Blame Red or is inflected again, or whenever it starts its turn on a blood-covered tile. No, we don't want that. We do, however, I think want to start going into the dual wielding here. Dual weapon combat, dueling mastery. Oh, we can do the parry though, because we did take the skill that it's this one. So every time it parries or dodges an attack, all enemies with the Bloodstain effect suffer +1 of that effect. So we definitely want to do parrying. So that is a potential option here. I think that is a good option to have for the time being. Melee weapon specialist. I don't think that's good. Hold on, the sweep ability react. Okay, yeah. No. That's not what we want. We do want nimble. So we want nimble and we want duelist. Dueling mastery. Dueling mastery and nimble. I think we'll take the nimble for now because it is way higher, because it's 80% right now, and this will take it up to 90%, which is crazy. And then from here, where is actually the dual weapon combat is what we want, I think. And then this is good too. But for right now, we're going to take the nimble. And then we already took the strength, so let's take the weapon skill. And then here, we get another pick of these. Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started the turn. Okay, we definitely want this, because this is going to reuse Death from Above this turn. So that is a must. And then I think Anticipation is the next one we get, and the next ability we're going to get is the one that parries all that shit. For now... Oh, wait a second. Didn't we want... Wasn't there one for the acrobatic artistry that needed it? Ah, slip away. Here we are. When it uses it, the dodge chance and cover efficiency are increased until the end of the next turn. This bonus is doubled against all attacks made by enemies during the Blade Master's turn, including extra turns. That's not that good. I mean, the dodge chance is pretty cool, but is that worth that, not just going straight for the nimble with dodge chance? No, I already took the dodge chance. That's right. So I'll probably take the parry. Yeah, because the parry's just base, whereas that needs to be used, that other one. So we'll take the parry for now. And then we get another one of these. Our agility is 50. Our weapon skill is 40. We're going to take the weapon skill again. We're going to take another athletics. No, that's not what we wanted. Is it? No, we didn't want that. Why did I think we wanted that? I got it right here, didn't I? I did. I thought it was something else. So these are just... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because these are just, I guess we'll take the athletics, fuck it. And then, from there... Did we want any of these? No and no. Okay. So from there, I think we do... the dual weapon combat here. So I'm trying to decide between the dual weapon combat. No, I think we do the dual weapon combat here. Because we want to start speccing into... And then we'll do the dual weapon specialist. Oh, but we also need melee weapon specialist. Oh, so we do have to take this at some point if we want this. What does this do? Oh, the attack doesn't suffer penalties. That's right. That'd be really good, I'm not gonna lie. I guess we take the coerce here. I mean, demolition's good, but if I have Argenta on the team, I don't know if that's gonna be worth it, because her demolition is so high. I can't even click on her right now. I mean, I can click on her, but I don't want to fuck this up. I want to save this, you know. I say we take the course. It's our toughness, and that's really good. This represents the ability to resist negative effects applied by some poison. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, we want that. Straight up. And we need toughness or agility. I think we're going to go agility here because the toughness is good, but we don't have a lot of stuff that scales off toughness. We do have a lot of stuff that scales off agility. So we're going to take that here. And then from here on this one, slip away is definitely still an option in my mind. Make no mistake. I just want to see if we can get any of these extra stuff done. Holy shit, it's already been an hour and a half, pretty much. Oh, fuck me. The melee superiority is good, because she's probably going to be surrounded if she's in the back lines, jumping all over the place. We do kind of have to get that that nice, other one. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. The dual weapon specialist. We do have to take melee weapon specialist here. So that might be our move for now, I think. And then we'll get the dual weapon specialist after that. Death Waltz gets upgraded again, dude. Death Waltz is crazy. What the fuck? So I already took that, but now I can add a different one. Oh, shit. Okay, killing an enemy with it gives us dodge. This one heals us fully. I think we'll do the health. I think the health would be good. Okay. Look at that. So it says she's level 15, but... Okay, I was about to say, why wouldn't it let me fucking pick a thing? So Executioner is interesting. But Assassin feels like the right way to go. You know what I mean? These two, absolutely not, I don't think. Well, there's a... Well, yeah, no, because they're specialized in... Do I have anyone else that has that class available, the Executioner? I don't think I do. Master Tactician, Bounty Hunter, Assassin, Master Tactician, and Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter. Vanguard was the other one. Okay, so let's check out the Executioner. Executioners are specialists in inflicting and enduring an excruciating pain on all enemies around them, exploiting it all to quickly eradicate their adversaries. Poor focus, damage over time effects, melee damage, negative effects, crowd control, large number of wounds. So that sounds pretty good. We'll check these out in a second, because the Assassin... High damage, dodge and dodge reduction, threat elimination, and hit and run. Which also seems good. I think I'm going Executioner. I think I'm going Executioner. Oh shit, I didn't actually mean to do that. Hold on. Let me read these. Where it hurts. If the Executioner's next successful attack is under any damage of time over time effects, this attack will immediately suffer 3 instances of damage. This target will immediately suffer 3 instances of damage for each of those effects. 2 instances if the Executioner makes a burst or area of attack. That's still pretty good. This damage is dealt after all other effects from the attack are applied, and all damage over time effects are removed from the target. Oh. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that counts our Bloodstain and Blood Blast. This ability is applied instead of Scourging Strikes and removes all stacks of Forced Repentance. So let's read about those now. Forced Repentance, whenever the Executioner inflicts a damage over time effect on a target which is already suffering from an effect of the same type, the target is immediately suffer an additional instance of that damage from the initial effect. All damage over time effects are of this type on this target, including the one inflicted by the ones that will possibly be inflicted later, have their level increased by the Medicaid. Oh, and her Medicaid is high. I think this is the class for her, honestly. Executioner's melee attacks inflict 2 times strength bonus, levels of bleeding on all targets hit. This effect is applied after all other effects from the attack are applied. Carnival of Misery, that's the heroic act. Until the end of combat, all damage dealt to enemies by damage over time effects is increased by 100% after all other modifiers. This effect stacks and can be inflicted by more than one Executioner. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then this is the same thing, I think. Until the end of combat, all damage dealt to enemies by damage over time effect is, effect stacks and be inflicted more than once. Until the end of combat, Forced Repentance no longer increases the level of damage over time effects. Oh, so that's the downside of it, of using it as a desperate measure. Yeah, we're going Executioner. Sick. Okay, and these are the abilities for the Executioner. Exsanguination. That's a fucking word. The Executioner immediately inflicts bleeding 5 on an ally of their choice, including themselves. That ally gains a +5 Medicaid bonus to dodge and +3 additional MP until bleeding ends for any reason. Huh. So I could put 5 bleeding on myself and then just get a ton of dodge and movement. Gift of Torment. Oh, shit. Until the start of their next turn, the Executioner gains bonuses to their parameters for each creature, enemy or ally in combat suffering from the following damage over time effects. So I gain armor from bleeding people. I gain dodge from burning people, and +1 deflection for toxic. But bleed is where I'm going to go, so I think the armor is pretty nice, honestly. The Executioner's next ranged attack or psychic staff ability inflicts a damage over time effect on all targets hit. Okay. The type of this effect depends on the weaker's attack damage, so toxic or burning. Okay, so we don't want that at all, it seems. Pain Resonance. Ooh. All enemies suffering from damage over time effects in a 4-cell radius around the Executioner immediately suffer an extra instance of damage from these effects. They also must pass a resistance test for Medicaid penalty or suffer an additional negative effect. The effect and type of this resistance test depends on the initial damage over time. Bleeding, okay, and then they're blinded. So it's agility, and then they're blinded. That's pretty good. Reckless Abandon. The Executioner replaces 30% of maximum wounds of their wounds with the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. While the Executioner has temporary wounds, all of these melee attacks and damage over time effects deal an additional 30% damage. Terrifying Strike. The Executioner's next melee attack forces all enemies hit to run away from the Executioner in a straight line up to 3 cells. During this movement, the targets do not provoke opportunities of attack of opportunity, and leave a bloody trail on the ground which remains into the end of combat. Movement through these bloodstained cells costs the Executioner 0 MP. Oh, that might be really good. I'm definitely getting Terrifying Strike next, it seems. Yeah, but I'm going to take that one first. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we got more for... Fuck, this is for, the what's-his-dick. Bloody Trail here. While moving, all bleeding enemies leave a blood trail on the ground, which remains for 1 round. Moving through the bloodstained cells costs the Executioner 0 MP. So again, that would be really good. So acute pain. Whenever an enemy suffers damage over time from damage over time effects inflicted by Executioner for the first time in combat, this damage is increased by 100%. So let's see what is the one for the skill that we just took. This one. Everlasting Agony. Fuck, that's a name. The duration of all negative effects inflicted by pain resonance is increased by 1 round, and the penalty to the corresponding resistance test is increased to -32. So that's really good. I think I'm also going to take the Bloody Trail when I can. I think I'll just take that for now. And then, oh, and that's all I got. I don't have a next. Oh. Gaining additional AP the 20th character level. Sick. Okay. Well, that's her build, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. So if I go somewhere else, okay, Executioner. There we go. Well, we got a 95 dodge, an 85 parry. Insane. Haven't even decked her out with stuff yet. But she is all ready, leveled up and ready to go. Ah, see, she is dogmatic as fuck. She got 3 fucking... And she's almost to the 4th. And she's definitely kind of a Puritan, which is crazy that she's not on the radical side. But I guess that's more of a... heretical kind of thing here. I never checked Jay's, did I? She's a little radical, and she's very iconoclast, which is probably... She's good for me, you know. Heinrich, very Puritan, very dogmatic. Did I not check anyone else? Did I check Pascal? He's kind of the same. Okay. So now... let us go to inventory here. Now let's fuck with her inventory here. And I think, does this apply bleeding? Oh, the stats didn't change. Eey, that's bad, I think. Because what do all my other weapons do? See, that's crazy. Island Verdict? Yeah, that's insane. Death Cult weapon gains following. Oh, shit, this was made for her. Oh, this is the sword they gave me. Duh. It's a two-handed blade. Which kind of takes away the fact of my dual-wielding stuff. Prisoner Shank? What's with the little plus sign? 4 to 18? It sucks. This is crazy. 7 to 14? Okay, hold on. Can I sort these by something here? Let's go with specifications. Is that just damage? Seems like it's just damage. So the hammer. So this chainsword is pretty good. 2% plus to wielder's critical hit chance for each time they attack if they make. Okay, so that's not actually good, the spinner's blade, it seems. Let me go ahead and give you this one. And then in your offhand, I kind of want to give you that fucking knife, bro. Not the prisoner's shank. I don't know why this does so much fucking damage. Has a chance to inflict bleeding. I mean, that's pretty good. Looking good, girl. And then in your offhand, I think I'll just give you... Oh, God, I don't even know. A shotgun? I can't even see the shotgun. Can she not use weapons? Like guns? That'd be insane. Absolutely not. Anyway, what is this? Blood vial? It's a pool of blood, which is the same effect properties as creating with raining blood ability. Whenever raining blood is used, +1 charge of vial blood is restored. Okay, so what is this raining blood shit? Because does she come with this? Yeah, raining blood origin talents. Okay, so that is, it does cost something. Where's my death vault? Is this an active ability? Oh, it's a heroic act. Oh, I didn't even see that. Fuck. Well, that's still pretty good. Why does this cost 0 AP? That's insane. Anyway. We'll figure it out later. You can rain blood. Okay, so she does come with that. Which is good. Captive audience. Acrobatic artistry. So I really want to be using this and then this. And this first. Like, pop this, get this, get this. And then I guess where it hurts, actually. And pain resonance? Maybe? We'll see. Maybe I just fucked up her build completely and I suck. That is quite a possibility. Anyway. Back to looking at her. Very cool. So... Because where does that blade... Spinner's blade? Yeah, it's all the way up there. I've got tons of good shit before that. And that's a two-handed blade, so I might give that to, what's his dick? Forgot his fucking name already. Abelard. Anyway, let's go through the armor. I don't think I'll have anything for her that's better than her, yeah. 15% armor for... Oh, yeah. No, that light spinner breastplate is going to be fucking loads above anything I can give her. For sure. Because it gives those special characteristics. So that's fine. Let's see here if she needs anything. She's got the thing. 10 or more stacks they gain resolve. Cool. But she doesn't have anything else here. Phantom cloak. I mean, I guess she doesn't need that. I don't think... Do I need that? Where's lore Imperium tests depend on fellowship instead of intellect or intelligence and gain +3 bonus. Hold up, what the fuck? What am I wearing now? Whenever an ally is under the effect of the voice of command ability, makes an attack during an extra turn. This attack deals additional damage. Yeah, that's way better actually. Never mind. This cloak here. She doesn't have endure. Doesn't need logic. Officer archetype abilities she doesn't have. Can't have the eye patch. Narera raises momentum to 175 whenever they kill 5 enemies in a row in one turn. Yes, I can put those on her. And this manual gains owner +8 to Medicaid. It also grants toughness bonus MP after using a medkit. That's pretty good. I think that's good for there. And then here we do definitely want to put some medkits on her so that she can have those. I don't think I want anything else here. And these are all bullshit. Okay, I think she's decked out as much as we can deck her out. What is this slot? Oh, it's a... jewelry. I don't think anyone else has... Oh, you got a pair of holster. Yeah, I don't think anybody else has anything. Okay. Yeah, so what does this do? Serrated Greatsword is 14 to 20. Whereas this is 17 to 20. I think that's better. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know why it's not changing their shit here. Yeah, 14 to 20. 14 to 20. And then this is 14 to 20. So yeah, that's just overall better. Which is good. Except for this one, 17 to 25, but he doesn't have Drukari weaponry proficiency. That is unfortunate here. This it goes crazy. What the fuck? Reject the flesh rank 1. Wait, can fucking Pascal use that? He can. Why? Why? Why have I not put this on immediately? The fuck is wrong with me? 16 to 24? Like, fuck me. That's great. Fantastic. The hell? Oh, he can use plasma weapons? Interesting. I didn't know that. And this is actually better than the fucking one I'm using. And I can do more stuff with it. I should really check this shit out before I do anything. Before I go any forward. So this... 12 to 18. It's a single shot. So it's better. This is better. I think I will give him the sniper instead. That's good. Holy fuck, this episode's almost 2 hours. I'm so retarded. I really just, I had the day off and I really wanted to play this game, but I should, like, I can make other episodes. Patrick, what are you doing? You idiot? Anyway. She has a sniper? She has a las gun. Get that nasty shit out of here. What the hell are you doing with that nasty shit, girl? Give her one of these. Fuck. Give her one of these. That's way better. You idiot. So that's cool. Cool there, I think. Unless I got a better pistol, but I don't think so. 10 to 14. My only pistol is right here. 8 to 16. So technically not better. Plus that one's got a burst on it. Adira, I think, is fine with her staves. I'm just checking weapons right now. That's all I want. I did hook you up with some cool shit. Damn, I do have that toxin blade, I just realized. And the chainsword. And she's gonna be mostly guns anyway, so maybe I put those away for now and see what I can give her here. So she can't use the Drukhari. Or the Alderi. Okay, so that was actually the correct play here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that there. And then the Alderi chainsword here. That should be good. She uses a lot of alien weapons, which is super cool to have in my party. Okay. And this is fine, I think. Though this would rock my shit if I got Alderi weaponry. That would be so good. Oh, but I can't shoot it for an AP. I'd have to use 2 AP. Interesting. Very interesting. And these pistols suck my ass, dude. I'm such a sniper now, like, I don't even give a fuck about these pistols. Which kind of fucks me up, because I did take all those fucking... Can I respec? I would respec Wilbur. I think that's on my to-do list, straight up, is respecing Wilbur. Because not knowing anything about this fucking game and going into it and just leveling up to level 18 and not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, it's rough. Definitely rough. Why can't I use this? Strength of 35. Really? Re-he-healy. And this is just better than that. Just straight up. And I'll put that one there. And then, yeah. Seems to be it I can do for him. I don't actually have a melee weapon now that I think about it. Should I forgo these and do melee? Maybe I do. Maybe I take the hammer. Yeah, maybe not. No, because if I am going to go a melee weapon here, I should go like dual swords, right? Those are my best ones, aren't they? Oh, hold on. I got other shit here. Never mind. This is one-handed. 10 to 17. Yeah, this is better than both of those. So we'll actually... Well... Oh, yeah. We'll put that there. And the chain axe we'll put here. And those are better than both of those, right? Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Okay. So he's got some cool shit. But, yeah, definitely might want to respec him. This hour's... I mean, this episode's going so fucking long. I apologize to anyone who doesn't give a shit about this and wants to see more of the other shit, but this was definitely an experience today. Getting our new party member up and ready to go in our... Should I give her a shotgun? I don't think I should, actually. I think I should give her a longer range weapon. Just because I think we had that problem with Abelard. Sorry, I'm totally fucking going on a tangent here. Yeah, because we did have a shotgun for him, but the whole point of using the gun is because they were too far away for the swords. So there's not really a point to doing that. So yeah. And then, kind of don't need her to have any. Yeah, I think that's fine. Argenta can just fuck off and stay fucked off. which is totally fine. So I might respec Wilbur. We'll see. That might be a episode. Maybe not next episode. Well, maybe next episode. Fuck, I don't know, dude. But anyway, we got our new party member up to snuff. Definitely a lot to look through. We definitely exhausted her dialogue and all that jazz. So we are free to explore here. I will look up to see if you can respec. I think this guy does it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But I'll probably will respec Wilbur. And I probably won't change a lot. Just like a lot of his skills that I didn't know were not going to be useful kind of thing. But yeah. I'll probably do that next episode. I'll see you in the next one. This was a long one. It's definitely... I'm sweating balls. Oh my god.